Welcome to Gaming Demon, the only place where controller sweat, gamer rage, and brutally honest hype combine into one glorious chaos-fueled breakdown. And today, oh boy. Today we're not just talking games, we're talking power moves. 2025 is shaping up to be the golden age of PlayStation 5 exclusives. Sony's not playing around. They've lined up a roster so packed, so shiny, and so absurdly cinematic that even your backlog's getting nervous. So whether you're a die-hard PlayStation fan, a console war veteran, or just someone who likes swinging through cities or slashing through demons at 60 FPS, this one's for you. Today, we're diving deep. I'm talking real deep into the best PS5 exclusives of 2025 and exactly why they matter. Strap in, grab your DualSense, and please, for the love of all that's holy, delete some space off your SSD. Let's go. Stellar Blade? This game did not come to play. Remember when people said PlayStation doesn't take risks anymore? Well, cue Stellar Blade, aka the game that walked in wearing high heels and said get ready to cry and clap at the same time. Developed by Shift Up, this Korean action RPG mixes the elegance of Nier Automata with the raw, brutal combat of Devil May Cry. And yes, before we even get to gameplay, let's talk about Eve, our main character. She's part soldier, part savior, part style icon. Her mission, wipe out an alien species called the Nightbuds and uncover whatever mysterious corporate, religious, political, sci-fi nonsense is going on with humanity. And guess what? It's all gorgeous. The animations are buttery smooth, the boss fights are visually biblical, and the soundtrack? Goosebumps. But here's the thing. Stellar Blade isn't just flashy. It's fast, it's technical, and it's unforgiving. Dodge wrong and you're eating dirt. Time your parries and suddenly you're an unstoppable goddess of destruction. This one isn't just a looker, it's a full-blown statement. Why it matters? It proves that the PS5 still has room for new IPs that bring insane production value and original world building. It's not a sequel, it's not a reboot, it's a clean, violent, glorious slate. Death Stranding 2. Kojima said, let's get weird again. You knew this one was going to show up. The trailer dropped and the internet immediately split into two camps. Yo, what is even happening? And inject this into my soul. Kojima's back, and he's off the rails in the best possible way. Death Stranding 2, on the beach, takes everything weird, wonderful, and wildly confusing from the first game and multiplies it by 10. You've got Sam Porter Bridges back, looking like he hasn't slept since 2019. BB's still vibing in a jar. There's music, monsters, cults, and apparently a band tour bus. Oh, and Higgs is now a guitar-wielding death wizard. Mechanically, it looks like the game is going beyond delivery simulator and into something multi-dimensional. Stealth, combat, traversal, emotional trauma. It's all in. Why it matters? Because no one makes games like Kojima. And love it or not, he's pushing boundaries in storytelling, atmosphere, and WTF moments. It's gaming as performance art, and only PlayStation has it. Rise of the Ronin. Samurai, GTA, but make it historical. Okay, Rise of the Ronin might be the most slept-on exclusive in the lineup, but that's going to change fast. This open-world action RPG throws you into 19th century Japan, right in the middle of Western invasion, political collapse, and samurai fading into legend. You play as a ronin. No master, no rules, just a sword, a flintlock, and a whole country to mess with. Think Ghost of Tsushima meets Assassin's Creed, with branching choices, moral dilemmas, and real historical tension. But wait, it's made by Team Ninja, so expect combat that will absolutely clap you if you button mash. Parry or perish. Why it matters? Because this could become the definitive samurai RPG, not just a flashy hack and slash, but something deep, immersive, and full of consequences. Plus, riding horses with a katana never gets old. Final Fantasy I Rebirth, the nostalgia nuke. Square Enix out here weaponizing childhoods. FF7 Rebirth picks up right after Remake, and yeah, it's huge. This isn't just a sequel, it's a full-blown reimagining of a gaming icon. Open-world elements, insane boss fights, new storylines, and characters who have more emotional depth than most Hollywood scripts. Cloud's still angsty, Sephiroth is still hot and horrifying, and the party system, cleaner, faster, better. And let's talk scale. This game is big, like cancel your weekend plans big. Why it matters? Because this is more than fan service. It's setting a new gold standard for remakes. It's showing how to take a beloved classic, remix it, and still make it hit just as hard, if not harder, than the original. Ghost of Tsushima 2, the most peaceful game to rage in. We haven't even seen full gameplay yet, but Ghost of Tsushima 2 is already trending like crazy. Jin Sakai's story in the first game was emotional, brutal, and visually stunning, and now the sequel is rumored to expand to mainland Japan. Bigger maps, new enemies, maybe even Civil War scale stuff. Stealth mechanics, samurai combat, cinematic storytelling, you know it's all coming back. But cleaner, bloodier, more poetic. Why it matters? Because Ghost wasn't just a good game, it was a love letter to Japanese cinema. And with the PS5's horsepower, this sequel could literally look like you're playing a painting. Also, the photo mode is probably going to be so beautiful you'll spend more time taking selfies than slicing enemies. Wolverine, claws out, no filter. Insomniac already proved they can make Spider-Man the smoothest superhero game on Earth. Now they're taking on the other side of the Marvel coin. Logan, Wolverine, the grumpy Canadian rage machine. We've only seen a teaser, but the tone, gritty, raw, adult. You're not swinging through cities, you're tearing through thugs and back alleys. Rumors say this game's going to be semi-open world, maybe even a little God of War style in tone and pacing. And if the devs stick to what they did with Peter and Miles, yeah, we're in for something special. Why it matters? Because superhero games are finally growing up. No more camp, no more PG. This can be the first mature Marvel game that really hits hard, emotionally and physically. Bring on the blood. Silent Hill 2 Remake. Trauma with 4K lighting. Bloober Team's taking on the legendary Silent Hill 2, and the stakes could not be higher. James Sunderland, Pyramid Head, that town full of unresolved psychological torment. It's all coming back, but now with ray tracing and modern horror mechanics. Early looks suggest this remake is staying faithful, but tightening gameplay, adding depth to puzzles, and rebuilding atmosphere from the ground up. Why it matters? Because horror needs its crown back, and if this hits the right emotional and fear notes, it could bring Silent Hill roaring back into the spotlight, not just as a horror game, but as the horror experience of this generation. Fair games, $. Robin Hood with hackers and drip. This is the wild card. Fair Games, $, is Sony's flashy new multiplayer heist shooter, where you and a crew of drip-heavy thieves try to rob corporations in style. The concept? Steal from the rich, flex on a scoreboard, and get out alive. Think Payday meets Watch Dogs, with emphasis on teamwork, gadgets, and chaotic match flow. It's loud, it's stylish, it's probably going to have 30 unlockable jackets before launch. Why it matters? Because Sony's finally stepping into competitive multiplayer territory, and this could be the start of a new PS5 online era. Something fresh to counter all the battle royales out there. Concord, mysterious space shootout with heavy lore bait, another big swing from Sony's live service playbook. Concord is a first-person sci-fi shooter with a teaser trailer that looked more like a Pixar short than a gameplay reveal. We don't know much, but insiders say it's character-driven, built for co-op squads, and will focus on story-based PvE missions. Think Overwatch meets Mass Effect if it sticks the landing. Why it matters? Because if Sony nails this, it proves their studios can not only make beautiful single-player masterpieces, but also build compelling, replayable, lore-rich multiplayer worlds too. The Last of Us factions, or whatever it's called now. Okay, this one's a bit of a mystery. The Last of Us multiplayer project has been delayed, revamped, and is currently wrapped in more secrecy than Joel's moral compass. But if it comes out, it could be huge. This ain't just a bonus mode, it's a standalone, narrative-infused online game set in the TLU universe. Survival mechanics, factions, player drama, scavenging, and probably lots of betrayal. Why it matters? Because The Last of Us is too powerful of a universe to be just a single-player story. Factions has the potential to combine that heartbreak and tension with competitive strategy and community drama. And honestly, I'd pay money just to play as a clicker and mess with people. And there you have it. The top PS5 exclusives of 2025, each one a potential console seller, each one ready to steal your time, sanity, and hard drive space. From soul-cutting samurai epics to trauma-fueled sci-fi fever dreams, Sony's going all in, and we're just here for the ride. If you're hyped for any of these games, or already crying over your pre-order list, let us know in the comments. Smash that like button like you're parrying a demon in Stellar Blade, and make sure to subscribe to Gaming Demon for more spicy takes, deep dives, and pure chaotic energy. Until next time, play hard, stay weird, and don't forget to delete something so you can install the next masterpiece.